my name is Tamara and I will be leading you through your class today. Now in today's class, we are going to be learning all about building strength and finding that power deep within us, because that's what strong warriors do, right? Now, when we take class today, we're going to visit a lot of movements that look very similar to different animals, because most animals are very strong. They either are really strong and just have really big muscles, some are really fast, and some jump really high. So that's what we're going to do to help us train to be strong warriors today. All right, are you ready? Here we go. We are going to begin on our booties here in crisscross applesauce, sitting up nice and tall. Now before we move anywhere, we want to make sure that our booties stay on the ground. So take that glue that you have, put it between your hands, and swipe it right underneath your seat, and give it a good little wiggle. Good, you want to make sure that your hips don't go anywhere until I say so, okay? So on your inhale, take a big breath and reach the arms up high overhead. And exhale, take your hands on top of your knees. Now inhale, make your shoulders come up to your ears, like a little turtleneck when it gets hidden in its shell. And exhale, shake it out. Good, and inhale, squeeze those shoulders up by your ears. And exhale, release. One more time, inhale, breathe in, sit up tall, and exhale, let it go. Good, now inhale to sweep the arms up high overhead. Exhale, take the right hand down and reach up and over. Feel that stretch through the left side of the ribs. Feel all that stretch in between all those muscles. And inhale, sweep the arms back up overhead. Exhale, take the left hand down and stretch, reaching the right side of the ribs. Good, now we're gonna move a little faster. Breathe in, arms come overhead. Exhale out. And inhale, reach up. And exhale to the left. Good, now so you can flow a little bit more. Imagine yourself as being a big piece of seaweed in the ocean flowing through the waves. Good, one more time, each side. Breathe in, exhale out. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now inhale, bring those arms back up overhead. Reach side to side as if you're trying to reach for your favorite candy on the very top shelf in your kitchen. And then exhale, bring your hands in front of you as if you want to give me a nice big double high five. Good, now circle out your wrists. Try to make big circles with those hands. And reverse that direction. Really draw that biggest circle that you possibly can. Good, now shake out those hands. Shake out those wrists. We want to make sure those hands are really, really warmed up, because we are going to be on our hands and feet quite a bit. Good, now we're going to cross our ankles. We're going to unwind them. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let them clap, kind of like seals do. Then place your feet on top of the floor. Bring your legs out wide, so now you made yourself little wings here, like little butterfly wings. Place your hands around your ankles and inhale to sit up nice and tall. Exhale, flap those wings. Good, take a deep breath in. Maybe make those wings come up high towards your shoulders, and exhale, release, flap them out. Good, and we're gonna take that one more time. Inhale, squeeze it in and up, and exhale, release. Good, now inhale, sit up tall, see as tall as you can get. Maybe now you look up high towards the sky. And exhale now, go smell your stinky toes. Phew, hopefully you washed them today. Good, take it again. Inhale to sit up nice and tall as you can, looking up to the sky. And exhale, go smell your stinky toes again. Whew. One more time. Ready? Inhale, the biggest sit up as you possibly can, reaching your heart up high towards the sky. And exhale, fold yourself down. Good, slowly roll yourself up. Now we're gonna cross our ankles, plant the hands in front of you, and walk the legs back. So you wanna make yourself into this tabletop position. Notice that my shoulders are right in line with my hands, and that my hips are right in line with my knees. I don't wanna see all these crazy positions, okay? Spread those fingers wide because you want to high five the floor with those hands, and making sure all 10 fingertips are pushed into the floor. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, drop your belly, lift your chest up and forward. This is called cow pose. Now what kind of sound does a cow make? It moves, right? So anytime I say cow pose, I want you to give me a big moo. And exhale, push the floor away. Bring your chin to your chest, round your spine. This pose is called cat pose. And when we take a cat pose, what do cats make? What sound do they make? They meow, right? So anytime I say cat pose, I want to hear you guys meow. Good, everyone. All right, inhale, cow pose. What do we say? Moo. And exhale, round and curve. Where are your kitty cats? Meow. Good, one more time. Inhale, come back and be a cow. Moo. And exhale, curl it into your cat pose. Give me one last loud meow. Good, now come back to the center, making that strong tabletop position again. You're gonna tuck your toes under and then lift your hips up high to the sky for downward facing dog. Now what do dogs do? They wag their tails, right? So I wanna see everyone wag their tail out, wag it out side to side. Good. Now we're gonna see if we can walk our dog side to side. We're gonna lift up the right side of the body, place it down, then lift up the left side. Can you do this without falling over, keeping the hips up high above your head? Good, remember to push into all 10 fingertips. Good, breathe in. And breathe out. One more time, rock it out. You guys are doing so good. And exhale, release. Good, now look at your hands. You're gonna bend your knees and hop your feet to the outside of your hands. So you wanna make sure those feet are on the outside of those hands. Hips are sitting low. Maybe you lift your elbows up to your thighs. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart, but you can always keep those hands on the floor. And if your hips are not feeling so stretchy today, that's okay. You can always lift your hips up, bring your elbows on top of your thighs. Now, this pose is called frog pose, because you know frogs have these big, long, bendy legs. So frog pose helps us make ourselves have really strong, tough legs. So first, just to warm up our legs, we're gonna push our feet into the floor and stretch all the way up. Breathe and reach for the sky. Exhale, bring your hands back through your heart. Release them to the floor. Good, back to that frog squat. And inhale, stretch it up. Extend all the way up to the sky. And exhale, bring it back down. Good. One more time, you got this. Breathe in, stretch. And exhale. All right, and now what are frogs known for? They're known for jumping, right? So to warm up our legs even more, we're gonna take little baby frog hops. So you can take your hands to the floor and just hop your feet. Hop the hands off the floor. Little tiny bounces up. Good, you feel your leg is getting really strong. They might be getting a little bit tired, but that's okay. That's what today is all about, finding that strength. Good, whew, relax. Now push those feet and stretch out those legs. That should feel so good. Maybe give yourself a little wiggle at the top. Good, and exhale, bring those hands back down to the floor. Now this time I want to see really, really big frog hops, okay? I want to see the highest jump you possibly can. Are you ready? On the count of 3, we're going to jump as high as we can, stretching our arms all the way up to the sky. 1, 2, 3, jump! Very good. Now I think you could do it a little bit higher than that, right? So let's try that again. An even higher frog jump. Remember, push off those feet. Maybe you push off your hands, but you want to reach those fingertips up high towards the ceiling. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, jump. Very good. One more time, okay? Keep those hips low. 1, 2, stretch up on 3. Very good, everyone. Now plant those hands down, lift the hips up, and shake out the legs, shake out the head. Good, and slowly roll yourself all the way up. And now wiggle out everything like a squirmy little bug. You want to give yourself a little shake. Shake out those legs, shake out those arms. Whew. How are we doing? We're doing great, right? We're building that strength. So now we're going to get into some of our other animal movements. Now, what animal stands on one leg? A flamingo, right? So you're going to take your right foot, plant it straight down to the floor. As a matter of fact, let's take some more of that glue. Place it on the bottom of your right foot and glue that foot into the floor. Good? Now it won't go anywhere, right? I can move my other leg, and that right leg's gonna stay right there until I tell it to get off. So now we're gonna bend the left knee and keep your hands on your hips here. Maybe this is enough for you. If you want a little bit more, can you reach down, grab your left ankle with your left hand and squeeze it in? Good, maybe you reach the right arm forward. Can you find that balance? Feel that stretch, feel that reach. Let's see if you can stand up a little bit taller, like a really tall flamingo. Good, can you do it with your eyes closed? Woo! Okay, release. Shake it out. Now we're gonna take some of that glue, place it on the bottom of our left foot. Stamp that left foot into the floor. Now bend the right knee so you can get the knees to touch. Hands to your hips to start. If you want to go a little further, maybe challenge yourself more. Take that right hand around the right ankle, squeeze in and stand up really, really tall. Good. Can you reach your left arm forward, find your balance? Now can you take an inhale and stand up taller? Can you close your eyes? Both eyes. See how you wobble? See how you shake? Good. And slowly release. Shake it out. All right, we're probably starting to feel a little bit warm. So now we're going to go into one of my favorite animals, which is a bunny. And bunnies hop, right? So first of all, bunnies have really long, floppy ears. So we need ears right here next to our ears too. So we're going to take some more of that glue, slap it on the arms, and stick it to our ears. Turn to one side, and we're going to hop just on the tippy toes. Now don't let your ears fall down, right? We don't want to have floppy, sad ears. We want to be perky, excited bunnies. Nice and strong ears. Good. One more time. Back to the other side. Whew. Good. Shake out those feet. They're probably getting a little bit tired right now. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. So now we're going to get into a little bit more challenging animals. First, we have a crab. Now, we've all seen how crabs walk, right? They look a little silly sometimes, but we are going to take our version of a crab. We're going to place our feet onto the floor, hands come down behind the hips. Notice that my fingertips are facing where my legs are. I'm going to lift my hips off the floor. Take a deep breath and push my hips up towards the ceiling. Now, this is called a reverse tabletop position. Remember, tabletop position was here, but now we're just doing the reverse. Lifting those hips up high. You want to make it as flat as you can. So if I were to try to sip some tea off of your belly, that tea wouldn't spill anywhere, right? Because if we drop our hips down, that tea is going everywhere. So lift those little hips up. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Good. Now can you walk that crab? Going backwards. Good. A little tricky. Can you go back forward? Good. Keep those hips up high. Don't let them drop down. Good. Keep pushing into those hands, making sure the fingertips face towards the feet. Good. Keep it walking. Keep those hips lifted. You're doing great. Keep walking any direction all over the room. And then once you feel like you've had enough, stop in your tabletop. Lift the hips up high. One more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. Slowly let it down. Give your legs a little wiggle and a shake. Now we're moving on to another one of my favorite animal movements. Now, cheetahs, they are very, very fast, right? And they run on all fours, which means we need to run on all fours too, just like the cheetahs. Want to make sure the full hand is on the floor. Notice we're starting in that frog position. Knees are out wider than my hands. I'm going to reach my hands forward, then hop my feet to meet my hands. Reach and pull. Reach and hop. All right, I'm going to go this back and forth. Reach and reach. See how fast you can do it across your room and across back. All right, ready? Set, go. And back. Pretty good. If you want to take it one more time, feel free to do so. I know my space is a little bit smaller, so I only go 2 cheetah runs. But if you do more, do even more. Make sure those reaching those hands far and hopping those feet in close to the hands. Whew. Have a seat. Shake it out. Shake out the arms, shake out those wrists, because they're working hard. They're taking a lot of our weight today. Now, we are going to move on to one of the fiercest animals that I know of. It is the crocodile. So crocodiles are pretty low to the floor, right? So we have to get low to the floor. And they're really long. So we have to make our bodies really long. And so with crocodiles, we want to come all the way down to our elbows. Lift the legs off the floor and see how I'm making this long, strong position. Think about the logs that float in the river with the crocodiles. We want to be just as strong as that so we're not letting the hips wobble all crazy, right? Strong, strong center. Now, crocodiles walk really slow, right? And they kind of creep up on their prey. So I'm going to start this way so I can look at you. But I'm going to walk my hands forward, making sure the elbows are on the floor, knees are lifted, and we're going to stay low to the floor and crawl. Curl. Good. Keep it low. Now, can you go backwards? It's a little tricky, but you gotta keep pushing into the floor. Good, one more time. Let's go forward. And walk, walk, walk. And back, back, back. Good, release those knees to the floor. Come back to that tabletop position that we learned at the beginning of class here. Remember to spread those fingers wide. Take an inhale, come back to cow pose. What do we say? Move. And exhale, push the floor away. Rounding your spine to cat pose for that little meow. Inhale to cow pose. Let me hear you move. Good, and exhale. Let me hear you meow in cat pose. Good, everyone. Let's cross our ankles. Come back to that crisscross applesauce. Remember to sit up nice and tall if you need to. If you have any glue left, feel free to stick it right underneath your seat. Wiggle it around a little to make sure we stay exactly where we need to be. And take a deep breath in. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, flex the arms. Let me see those strong muscles you have built today. Very good. Now take a deep breath and sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, reach up and over to the left. Inhale, lift back up. And exhale, reach up and over to the right. Good, breathe in, arms reach back up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands together at your heart. Good, and I hope you all feel very strong. You all are very tough warriors. So thank you so much for playing with me, and I hope to see you soon. Have fun.